Hi everybody. I lost the audio on this. I don't know what happened, but I'm just doing a quick voiceover. This is a long form video, so everything after this part is going to be live and not sped up. So I have a Dollar Tree wreath, 18 ties. You've seen me do this 100 times already. I am adding a cable tie to tie the mesh to the wreath just in front of one of the first outside pipe cleaners. I'm not going to close that one. I'm going to measure 10 inches, move over, make my little puff, and tie it off. 10 inches over and make the puff. The poof, excuse me. It is actually, I don't know when you guys are going to see this, it is actually St. Patrick's Day today, and I am on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I am on my third day of isolation. So yeah, if you wanted to know what I was doing during this whole worldwide thing, I was making Halloween wreaths, or at least one. I'm actually getting ready to make a fall wreath, and then a Christmas wreath, and then I don't know what. Probably more Christmas wreaths, because they have more Christmas stuff than anything else. So I'm just going through, and I am making my poofs. I don't open them all up at once. I don't know why, I just was skipping around, I guess. But now I'm going into the first one where I started, twisting that off, and now I'm moving to the inner ring. Well, not really the inner ring, because it's those two inner rings are tied together, and I'm just doing the same thing. Cable tie in front of one of the pipe cleaners, measure 10 inches, jump over to the next one, leaving that first one open, because that's where we're going to finish. And I'm just twisting twice because I still need to put another layer of mesh in here and ribbons later on, so it's going to be twisted plenty. I'm just twisting twice to save a little stem. And I'm done, so that is going to get moved to the back. I cut off like an extra inch, and I'm going to zip tie it down to the frame. So I used 1, 2, 3 zip ties total. Now I'm just going through and opening up those poofs. I really like this black and white stripe mesh, but it kind of got lost. And I like the poof method too. I didn't think I was going to, just because that's how we used to do wreaths back in the day. That was like the only way to do them when Deco mesh first became popular, and I didn't think I was going to like it, but it's alright. So this is the Halloween ombre mesh. It goes from purple to green to orange, and I cut it at 20 inches, and I'm just ruffling it up, and I'm just going to put those in every tie. And I did cut this with a wood burner because I didn't want it fraying. I don't know how I feel about the wood burner. I feel like it's something I need to do outside with a mask on, which I don't want to do, but I do want the edges to be all sealed and nice and, you know, not fraying. So I think I'm going to set me up a little station outside and, you know, maybe find a mask once they have masks available again. Because again, it's March 2020. So hopefully, I know I say it a lot in the videos after this one, well, the other part of this video, hopefully we don't have to worry about the things we're worried about right now. So I'm going to go, and you're going to catch up in real time. Alright, back at you again. Wait, where are my ribbons at? Over here. I don't know if this first part of this was actually recorded with me talking. I don't think it was, but why not teleport me to Mars, Teletubby? So I have this orange, I love this ribbon, this orange and black burlap. I think it's 2.5 inches. How big is this? I don't know, because I clearly don't know how to measure things. Yeah, it's 2.5 inches. It's pretty wide for tails, but I think it's also going to be super cool. And then I have a 10-yard roll of this sheer fluorescent. I don't even know if the camera is picking up the colors right. It's like fluorescent green. Why I would have a 10-yard roll of that, don't know. Not going to question it. Here's the rest of it. I guess I'm going to put that in the bow. I don't know. All right, so I have 9 of each. So I'm going to do alternating. A little alternation here. Why is this tie so short? Okay, I thought I was going to do this, but what happened to this? Who hurt? Oh, there it is. I'm like, who hurt you? Oh, wait, there it is. Okay, let's see how we like that. Put these in here, and I hate sheer ribbon, but the cool thing about sheer ribbon is that we will still be able to see everything underneath it. Wow, my camera is like going crazy. And here comes my chair again because my back does not know what it wants to do. It's like, oh, sit down. Everything's terrible. And then when I sit down, it's like, dude, get up. Get my way, get here, get here. I don't know when you guys are going to see this, but hopefully when you're watching this at some time in the future, we're all having a good laugh about the coronavirus and how it's over. But currently, right now, it is March 16th. I am on my second day of isolation, doing fine. Every time I open Instagram, I get incredibly pissed off, though, because people are being stupid. Like, you need to go out. No, you don't. You don't need to go out. You just stay inside. Worry about somebody besides your damn self, Beverly. I like that. I love this ribbon. I hope when I order again, which I don't know when that's going to be, because I ordered this month, and my bank account has been hurting ever since. But I definitely want to get some more of this ribbon. I love graphic stripes. But yeah, these people that are like, you know, oh, it's St. Patrick's Day, we're going to like a pub crawl. First of all, irresponsible to the bars that are still open. Why? I get that these are like smaller family establishments, whatever. But dude, I don't know. It's like it makes me so conflicted because I want to be like, hey, close your bar, don't be a jerk. But at the same time, I'm like, people need to pay their bills. It's making me anxious thinking about like how I have basically no savings, and if I had a more traditional job and couldn't work, how the hell would I pay my bills? You know, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, hopefully you guys are seeing this. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping that by the time you see this, when it's closer to Halloween, because you know what, I can't start posting Halloween stuff in March. Hopefully by the time you guys see this, I have a new camera, and this whole coronavirus thing is behind us. And whatever little kid is screaming next to my house has moved far, far away. That's what we want. Okay, so I like that. You can't really see much of this, but what you gonna do? Hi, could you shut up? Excuse me. Excuse me, young man. Could you shut up? Get inside your house. Business. It's gonna be okay. Don't make me call the CDC. I mean, like, business, stop. I can't do anything about it. If I could do something about there being loud children, I would have done it already, years ago. But at least they're outside and, like, getting some air, and although there's no children that live at that house, so they must have left their house to come to this house. You know, stupid people. I don't know. I see people online that they're like, we're stuck in the house. You know, we haven't left the house. And I'm like, okay, you can leave the house, just don't go places. Go in your backyard. Take your dogs for a walk. Take your kids to the park. You know, just stay away from other people. But yeah, I hope you're watching this and you're like, what is he talking about? What else do I hope has happened by the time you see this? I hope I'm at, like, I don't know. Say I post this in September. Today is March, so September, that's like 6 months from now. Oh my god, these children, y'all. I hope that in 6 months I have 10,000 subscribers. And my channel is monetized and I'm making something every month for doing all these videos. Don't have to be making $1 million a month, but something would be nice. So I hope I have 10,000 loyal subscribers who adore me. And my channel is monetized. And most importantly, someone is rewriting a history book to include the corona epidemic. And said I've lost 400 pounds. Okay, I'd die if I lost 400 pounds, but, you know, that I'm skinny and married to somebody wealthy. Can you imagine? I mean, not like I know people marry people that are wealthy, but, like, I don't know what I would do with myself if I didn't have to do anything. You know, like if you got married and that's what like your husband or your wife was just like, hey, you know what? We've got money. We don't need to work anymore. I've worked enough for both of us, or my family has money, and, you know, like, oh my god, I would be so bored. My mom, she did not grow up with, you know, they got by. But she married my dad October after she graduated from high school in, like, June or May, whatever it was. She married my dad. He had graduated the year before. He had already built a house for them to live in. And for the next 20 years, she worked, like, with my dad at his company. Oh crap, I grabbed the wrong one. I'm just gonna put it over here. Skip this one over here. She worked with my dad occasionally. We had a very big house she took care of. She cooked twice a day. You know, while we were in school, we had lunches, but she cooked breakfast every morning. It was rare that we had cereal. And dinner was on the table every night. And, you know, her day was free pretty much to do whatever she wanted after, you know, she kept a very clean house and, you know, just took care of things. And her day was, you know, after you go to the grocery and, you know, maybe put something on the stove for dinner and do the laundry and, you know, because, I mean, you don't have to clean the house every day. She said she was always, like, so Oh crap, did I do something wrong? No, green, orange, green, orange. Okay, yeah. Like we were talking about it because she works now because my parents aren't divorced and she wants to actually work because the whole time she was married, she was like, I can't imagine doing that now. Like, how did you get through? How did she get through 20 years of that? Because she was like so bored. But my dad didn't want her working because he's an idiot. And I guess that having your wife at home means that you're more of a man. Please. You need to calm down. But yeah, I don't think I could ever do that. Like, I'd love not to be able to have to worry about bills. But like me and my mom always talk about like winning the Powerball or winning, some kind of lottery. And she's like, well, what would you do? And I was like, I don't know. Probably like just buy stuff that I want and not worry about it. Like I'd like to have sushi. I'd like to be able to afford sushi every day. Um but like vacations, no. That sounds horrible. To me, I think a vacation is my idea of hell. Like being away from my home, sleeping in an unfamiliar bed, doing things. No, ma'am. But yeah, like I think I'd have a really nice house and I think if I won the Powerball, if I won like the lottery, Powerball, whatever, I would buy a really nice house um, on a bunch of land, and I would have a enormous garden, and I would adopt a bunch of kids. Not a bunch of kids. I mean, like a couple. What is this now? Why is this all bright like that? Yeah, like buying like multiple cars. No, I hate driving. Why would I want more than one car? And I wouldn't buy like clothes because why am I spending this much money on clothes when I don't go anywhere? I probably would buy shoes. Let me tell y'all something. Secret about me. Don't tell anybody. Nobody watch. I love women's shoes. Not to wear. Um, because I have a size 14 foot. I don't. Guess what? They don't make women's shoes that are going to fit me even if I wanted to wear them. Well, I guess they do, but I like Christian Louboutin, Giuseppe Zanotti, just very. I want shoes, women's shoes, but like to put on the shelf because they are just the craftsmanship that goes into them. Like it's the same thing with purses, like a Birkin. Like I would definitely carry a Birkin if I had the money. Like because I usually have a bag with me because I have so much crap that I take everywhere. But yeah, I would carry a Birkin. But like just I can appreciate the craftsmanship that goes into making a pair of shoes like that or making a bag like that. Like I think I'd be a collector. That's what I would do if I had a bunch of money. I would like collect things. And maybe someday people will come over to the house and be like, wow, you have a lot of high heel shoes. Do you wear them? And I'll be like, oh no, I can't walk in heels. No, definitely not. I just, I like them. That's why they're on the fireplace mantle. Yeah, I'd be a collector. I'd collect dripware from Hull, and I would collect milk glass, and I would collect jadeite, and I would collect vintage Christmas. Shut up, children! And it would be fantastic. And I would just have a house full of crap, I guess. I would definitely have a housekeeper because I don't like cleaning. I like cleaning. I don't like cleaning. Well, I'd have a house cleaner that just did bathrooms and kitchens. I do everything else. And maybe she would vacuum. Okay, she would do everything. Or he, whatever. I'm not discriminating. Whoever can get the job done. Alright, so look at that, you guys. Wait, I gotta stand up again. Oh. That looks much better. I wish I had a purple ribbon, which I might, but I'm pretty sure it's a Christmassy ribbon. I'm not going to look for it now because I'm done for tonight. And I just completely turned away from the camera. But I do have, let me see. Oh. This is this thing that I don't know what I was thinking when I made this. It was like a candle holder thing. I think I'm going to take that apart because it's March and I can't get holiday, Halloween stuff. And I can just kind of stick these around. I might have a sign somewhere. But like I really, I bought all these purple roses around Valentine's Day because I was like, those are like aggressively purple. And I want to be able to use them, but I just think they look, I don't know, they look like out of place. Because there's no greenery. I don't think I'm going to use the roses. But like, oh, like this stuff, like coming out of the bow, maybe. Can we even see that? I have like 3 of these. See, if I did the bow, or wherever there's a low spot, do the bow, and then just put this kind of stuff coming out of it. Little butterfly things. And then maybe a sign over here. I have all these candy corns. I don't know why I only have 1 pick of candy corns. It's like 5 little pieces. Like, what am I going to do with that? Why did I take this apart like this? But I'm sure it made sense at the time. So yeah, I am going to call it a night, and I will be back with you guys in a little bit to finish this. I mean, it'll be like a second. It'll be one screen transition, but it'll be, a couple of hours, hopefully. And yeah, I will see you guys when I come back. Hey everybody, I'm back again, working on this wreath. That's cute. No, it's not. Yeah, it is now Tuesday. I am on day 3 of isolation. And I want to work on this wreath. So, oh, wait. I stuck a bunch of stuff in there and then took it out because I didn't know what I was doing. And now that I kind of know what I'm doing, I'm going to do it. So, here's a bow that I made. I did not record this because I got out of bed and I started making a bow last night because I couldn't stop thinking about it. So here's my bow already made. Hopefully you guys have seen me struggle through these enough to not have to see it live. I'm gonna do my dovetailing. So how's everybody doing? Is the coronavirus over? I could not stop thinking about how I said that in a video yesterday. Like, hopefully by the time you see this, all this madness is over. This is a nice way for me to keep my mind busy. This ribbon is so cute, but I guess, oh god. Wow, I'm gonna have to, I keep cutting this and it keeps getting worse. Okay, that's good. It like frays pretty easily. And of course I'm using, oh, and everything is falling right on top of here. Using the worst scissors possible to do this. That one cut better. So yeah, what did I do today so far? Oh, I woke up with a terrible headache, and I took my new migraine tension headache medicine. It's called, I don't even know what it's called. I was about to say it's called, but I don't know what it's called. Your Levy, your Levy, your Burberder. Is that a medication? Your Burberder. Took that. Headache went away almost immediately, which super cool. Super not cool. I passed out. Like just, I was like, wait, whoa. Fell asleep. Still watching a YouTube video. I think what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'll cut them short if I want to after hanging up. Yeah, just kind of knocked out, which isn't, I didn't get enough sleep last night, so it wasn't the worst thing, but I hate drowsy feeling. Alright. I think, wait, let me look from the viewfinder. Here, maybe? Well, you know what, since I'm not putting a sign in this one, I could actually make a wreath that has the bow centered instead of where I always put it. Let's try that. We might hate it, but it might be everything we've ever needed. Yeah, so I woke up, ate breakfast, eggs, and oatmeal. And I think my head started, well, I woke up with a headache, but like I started, my stomach was bothering me because, I don't know about the rest of y'all, if I eat something like oatmeal or anything with carbs in it before I have some protein in me, it's just like, why would I ever do that to myself? And yet sometimes I do it and I don't think about it. Like, I know that's going to make me not feel great, but I really wanted oatmeal, and I really wanted eggs, so. Alright, so those are a little shorter, which I like, and then these are, let's see, yeah, these are a little longer. Okay, come over here, please. And you come down here. Oh no, that's a tie. I'm like, why is that tail so short? But it's a ribbon tail for the wreath. Okay, so this makes me very upset because I'm like, but I'm trying to think of like I don't like that, y'all. I don't like that. You know what I like? I like that. I wish I had a different green ribbon that I could have put behind this, because this is kind of blending in. Okay, so that's better. Mess with it. Alright, let's add some stuff to this because my glue looks like it's finally melted. I need to do something with those scissors. I need to put them in the kitchen and only use them to cut chicken. Because that's how it goes around here. You start off cutting fabric, maybe you graduate to paper, eventually you just end up cutting up chicken and smoked sausage. But gumbo. Not together. Okay, so this is where my bow is. And my tails. Okay, so that looks good. I think I'm going to focus things around this. What are you doing all the way over here? Get down here. Come on. I think I'm going to focus things kind of around this bow because these tails are kind of blending in with these tails, and there's not enough green, but I have some ornaments from several Christmases ago when my tree was green, this green, turquoise, purple, and blue? No, it's turquoise, purple, pink. Pink and green, turquoise, purple. And I think I'm just going to, kind of move these around. I might only do like 3 of them. And I don't know if I want to. Is my glue gun on? No, my glue gun's not even on. Because I think this would be better to actually put glue on. You know what? Let's see what happens. This is not fully melted yet, but we gonna see. Okay, so let's put one here. And I'm really kind of nestling that in because I just kind of want the color. See if that stays. And let's make a sort of triangle. Put one maybe here. And I could easily have wired those in with the pipe cleaners, but oh, everything's falling on the floor. I guess I can actually leave that glue on there too, because nobody's going to see that. And one over here. Yeah, that's in there good enough. I have 5 of these. I have like 50 of them, but I think I might also just put some, yeah, maybe down there. Glue Pot, what are you doing? You're embarrassing me in front of my friends. I showed this to my mom when I just had everything placed in here, and she said, why are there pears in the wreath? And I was like, there's no pears in the wreath. She said, well, what are all those green things? I was like, those are ornaments. Put on your glasses, old lady. And then she drove all the way over here, skipped quarantine, slapped me in the face for calling her an old lady. Oh my God, could you imagine? That's something she would do, though. Not to me, but one of my ungrateful sisters. Okay. So those are in, and I already like that. That's brought some green down. And now let me work on this bow because I have how many of these purple things do I have? I have 3 purple things. Purple things. I'm going to roll this around and drop all my crap on the floor. Oh, ow. I'm old. I can't bend over. Where is my dog? Okay. I don't know. I thought he was in here with me. Okay. Probably chewing something he shouldn't be chewing, like his own butt. Now, I want these to come out of the bow. So, I don't want to glue directly into the bow. Might have to glue directly into the bow. If I can get it like... Wow. Okay, I'm just sticking it in there because who knows what's going on. Business! What you doing? You don't want to be in here with me? He was in the kitchen. We went outside earlier. And he, it was like this one little spot of sun, and then the whole yard full of sun. And of course he had to get in the one little spot of sun. and roll back and forth like 100 times. Dogs are weird, huh? He was stretching, getting his sun, living his best life. Let's put these back on here. Then I have one for over here. That just kind of flopped over. I might need to put it on something a little sturdier. And turning her back around. I put this in wrong, this middle knot, and it is just driving me crazy. I can't seem to. Get these tails to go the way they want to. I want them to. No, they're going the way they want to, and I don't want them to do that. Okay. What else do we have? I have 2 little pumpkins, which, if I stuck a pumpkin in there... Hold on, you guys. I'm learning things. If I stick a pumpkin in there, it will hold those 2 down. Okay, that might be cute. Hopefully it is, because I just put a gigantic glob of glue on it. And I have one more, but... yeah. I'll save that for something else, because it's going to look weird if I just put one in there. So I have these... Come on. I have these candy canes. They're just little foam candy canes. Candy canes. What is this disgusting piece of candy? A candy corn. Blech. Blech. That's me when I see candy corn going blech, like a 6-year-old. They were on a pick. They all kind of just found their way off the pick because I took them off. I am just going to stick those into the mesh because that's going to hold them really well. As much as I don't like candy corn, I think it is so quintessentially Halloween. My sister likes candy corn. Like, you know you're eating wax, right? Like just wax and honey. And then 10 pounds of extra sugar. When I was a kid, we lived in a really nice neighborhood. That's the end of the story. No. When I was a kid, we lived in a really nice neighborhood, and, you know, it was well lit, it was safe, had a lot of houses, a lot of people giving out expensive candy, good candy. So, every year, everybody would come to my neighborhood. And, because, you know, like, I mean, I'm sure part of it was like, let's go get the good candy, but a bigger part of it was like, hey, there's lights everywhere. There was a big boulevard down the middle of the neighborhood where the house I grew up in is at, and, you know, it was, every house was decorated. Every house had candy. What is wrong with this right here? What are you going through? Tell me. Are you going through a psychological change in your life? So all these people come, and it would be like just crazy on Halloween. My mom, as soon as Halloween candy came out, every time she would go to the grocery, every time she would go to Walmart, because I don't know if you kids out there know, Walmart wasn't always a grocery store. Huh? Yeah, that's weird, huh? And there used to be a store called Kmart. Mm-hmm. So whenever she would go, and there was no Dollar Tree. So just get that out of your head thinking there was a Dollar Tree. There was no Dollar Tree. I know, 11 people just, like, gave up on life entirely. So anyway, every time she would go, she would buy a giant $10 bag of candy. You know, those big, huge ones. And I remember that she had, I don't know, it was probably like 4 laundry baskets, like big laundry baskets too, not no little wimpy Dollar Tree baskets, which you couldn't have gotten because there weren't any Dollar Trees. Just these big, giant laundry baskets in our dining room, lined up against the wall. It was, I don't even know how many it was. I know it was a lot. And they were just filled with candy. Just like stuffed all the way to the top, overflowing. Because my dad was super into Halloween. His new wife probably doesn't let him celebrate Halloween, though. He's super into Halloween. He'd go all out with decorating, and we always had a lot of people by our house because it was we lived on the main street. We were on a corner. So yeah, that's one of my Halloween stories. Oh, and one time, I don't know if this is related to Halloween or not. I don't know where I was or how I came into possession. These are just some flowers I'm putting here with the eyeballs. I don't have too many of them, so I don't know how it happened, but I came into possession of a Elvis suit that was for adults, but it was too big for me when I was in 5th grade wearing it. I used to dress up like Elvis in this skin-tight polyester jumpsuit, and I would stand on the corner of the house on the busy street on the corner and wait for like everybody to be coming home from work, and like I would do the that Elvis thing, you know, where he like stands and moves his you know, the oh. Can y'all see that? Y'all know what I'm talking about. And all the horns would honk. And then I went to go do it one day, and I don't know if my mom wasn't home. Like, it was a thing that I was doing, and everybody was very accepting of me trying to be Elvis. My mom, like, was coming home, and I was on the corner doing it, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "What I'm always doing. I am America's #1 Elvis impersonator in Miro, Louisiana." And she was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "What do you mean? I'm doing what I'm always doing." She said, "Go inside and change your underwear." And I said, "What?" So excited about getting into my Elvis get-up, I didn't realize that I had on black underwear. And, you know, my mom didn't tell me to stop. She was like, "Just go change your underwear." I was in black underwear that you could totally see through this skin-tight polyester sheer kind of. I mean, it was cheap fabric, so you could see through it. And then I was super embarrassed, and I don't think I did Elvis anymore. But you know, maybe on my Patreon one day, I'll get an Elvis suit and make you a wreath in an Elvis suit. Oh, and one time for Halloween, I was a cow. Wow, this conversation took a turn. I was a cow, and it was a cow, so like a onesie, you know, like a union suit or whatever they're called, whatever they're calling them. The kids are calling them these days, the TikTokers. It was like a union suit, or, you know, it was like a onesie. And it was like cow print, and I remember it was incredibly hot, and it had enormous udders on the belly that stuck out that were made of rubber. And for whatever reason, I was always, why did I have these costumes? Like, it just got to a thing, like, I wasn't doing it to, like, be a naughty boy, but I was always, like, putting my hands on my stomach, resting them on top of the udder, so it looked like I was always holding them. Just as, like, a thing. Like, it wasn't, I mean, I was probably 10 years old, so I wasn't like, "Oh, look at my cow boobies." I mean, that's what udders are, right? Cow boobies. So, it's Halloween. It is 1,000 degrees because it's New Orleans in October, where I mean, it's like 80 degrees and it's March here. And I'm out and I'm trick-or-treating with my friends from the neighborhood and maybe my friends from school, and I'm dressed up like a cow. And because the Halloween scene in old Lexington Place was so crazy, they had they had news people there like every year, you know, like, oh, this is the scene down here, because everybody, literally everybody went there. And we had people from the actual city coming down into Chalmette, where I live, into Miro, where I lived at the time, for this thing. So there's a news person, and like we see this, you know, she's getting her little blazer, like her news, you know, her standard news person, newswoman, anchor person. Oh my God, spit it out. We see her there. She's in her little thing, and I was like, oh man, they're doing a story on the news. And I'm walking, and this guy comes from behind me. He's like, kid, you want to be on TV? And I was like, oh my God, my Elvis costume doesn't fit anymore, but absolutely. So she's talking to the camera. She's like, okay, we have what did she say? We have a trick or treat here. And they pushed me in front of the camera, and I don't even remember what she asked, but you know, she said something like, oh, you having fun trick or treating? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh, and you're a cow. And I was like, yeah. And you know, I was like, oh man. And I didn't realize, like, I really thought it was live. I don't think it was. I don't know if they showed it like as it was airing too, but I ran back and I told my mom, and I was like, oh my God, Mom, I am going to be on TV. Probably everybody's going to see me. I'm probably going to have to join a Mickey Mouse Club because I'm going to be that famous. And yeah, and she's like, what do you mean you're going to be on TV? And I was like, oh, the news lady was out there, and she asked me about Halloween. And she's like, did you say anything stupid? And I was like, no, Mom. God, I don't think I did. I mean, probably. Am I out of spiders? Almost. So I tell her, I'm going to be in the news. We have to have a blank VHS. Because alert kids, everybody, children, we didn't have no DVR back in the day. That just wasn't how it was. So I was like, listen, we need a blank tape. Somebody needs to stay up to record the news. And she's like, the news comes on at 9. I think I can stay up. And I was like, good. You do that, Mother, because I am going to be on the news. And tomorrow morning, everything's going to change for me. And take me to Hollywood. Well, no, I thought they filmed the Mickey Mouse Club in Florida. Did they? Y'all don't even know what the Mickey Mouse Club is because y'all all 12, I'm assuming. Don't be 12. If you're 12, you can't watch this video. I'm assuming y'all are all 17. What are you doing watching a video of me making a wreath if you're 17? Go out and live your life. Anyway, like I go to sleep that night and I'm like, oh, tomorrow is in my career that I just realized I had. It's starting. I'm putting these purple roses in here because I want to. So go to sleep. Next morning, wake up. And we always had the day after Halloween off because it was like a teacher development day or one of those things, which I thought they just made up so they could be like they were cool and giving us a day off, but apparently it's a real thing. I know that now. So I get up and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, I run to my mom's room and I'm like, did you tape the news? And she's like, yeah, tape the news. And I was like, was it good? Did you watch it? She's like, yeah, I watched it. And I was like, oh my God. I said, did Walt Disney call? Did Michael Eisner call? Y'all don't know who Michael Eisner is because y'all are all 12 years old. If you're watching, don't click out of this video. Y'all are all 17-year-olds. Everybody's going to know who Michael Eisner is, right? Everybody's going to know that we didn't have Dollar Trees. Anyway, she's like, yeah, I saw it. I was like, oh, was it amazing? She's like, well, it was something. And I was like, man, Mom is like speechless. She must be so proud of me because I'm going to be the next Justin Timberlake. There wasn't a Justin Timberlake at the time. I think he was on the Mickey Mouse Club. But anyway, she's like, there goes, it's an ad, rewound it for you. So I sit down and I turn on the TV and I play the video. And it's like, you know, the whole news. I'm like fast forwarding and I'm getting it to where it needs to be. And then it comes on and I'm just like, oh, finally, after 10 years of being alive, I have been discovered. And I'm going to go and be on the Mickey Mouse Club, which was a big deal. You know who came from the Mickey Mouse Club? Justin Timberlake, Britney Spears, ex-Tina, Ryan Gosling, before he got his nose job. I didn't know it at the time, but that was going to be a big deal. So finally, I see the lady in her little outfit, her little news lady outfit. It was like a suit and a skirt. I don't know why I keep saying news lady outfit. Like, allegedly, it was a news lady outfit. So she comes on, talking about how crazy Halloween is, and she pulls me over. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm on TV. My costume's funny. My makeup, because I had like a black spot painted on my eye because I'm a cow. Makeup flawless. Eyebrows on fleek. Hair growing out of my head. So, while she's talking to me, I'm standing there and my hands go right down to the giant cow udders and I start holding them like they're nipples. And the entire time I was talking to her, she was staring at me and looking at me holding my pink rubber cow udders on what I assumed was national television. I now realize it wasn't, and Michael Eisner was never going to discover me. And if he did, he'd be like, who is this pervert molesting this cow outfit? Because that's not cute. So, happy Halloween. This is my wreath. It's done. I have run out of things to glue into it. I mean, I still have some black roses, but I don't know. I think it's good. It's got a lot in there. I wish you could still see more of the black and white mesh, but that's life. Alright, so you guys, keep your hands off your udders. Stay safe if that's still an issue. Hope it's not. Hope everybody's better now. Hope the world goes back to normal. Hope we can all leave our houses. But it's March right now. March. Hold on. It's March 17th. Okay. I'm going to go rest my back. I'm going to take pictures of this later, and I will see you guys when I see you. Bye-bye, and stay spooky.